I like how in the book you talk about branding and bringing your own personal story to the table in regards to branding. Share with the audience a little bit about that, because I think that's great.
It's funny, when I started this company 15 years ago, I remember going out in Silicon Valley to many of the VCs that were drinking Hint, and who I had known from, the tech industry that I had been dealing with, and they knew the story. A few had written or had read articles that heard about Hint, and I think about it now and laugh, because so many of them shared with me, don't actually tell your story, because it makes you seem small, like a mom and pop, kind of operation. And I kept being like, well, it is my story. Like, that's why I started this company, because so many people were asking me, oh, you've moved from tech to, beverages. Like, why would you do that? And I said, well, it was actually like, I recognized that health was something that I really wanted to solve. And I saw it as a huge opportunity. And so, over time, frankly, I just felt like it was just a lot easier for people to really understand why I was doing what I was doing, as I told my story. And so it's interesting, because nobody was talking about mission-driven companies when I started Hint. And I mean, that's exactly what this was. There was a reason, and there was a why. And I felt like by just telling my story along the way, I would also enable people to tell my story too. One of my favorite stories that I remember too is when I was in Georgia. I was at a hotel. We were on spring break, and with my kids, and somebody saw that I was drinking. I had a few bottles of Hint out by the pool with me, and somebody came by and said, by the way, I'm sorry to interrupt you talking to your daughter, but where'd she get that Hint at? And she had seen a segment on I think it was CNBC, and said, the woman who's the founder of that company, I saw her on the segment, and I heard her whole story. Of course, she had no idea who she was, talking to. And she said, and I said, oh, really? Tell me the story. And she knew the entire story. And she said, I just think it's like amazing. I mean, I've like had a Diet Coke addiction, and she went on and on. And so again, I think it's something, it's very memorable. It's very connecting for people. And so I think the more you can get your why out, and everybody has a why for starting companies, right? Like, why not tell people about it? And it's a huge way to differentiate yourself, especially in a crowded industry.
I love that. And I love